right, folks, hello and welcome back to another tutorial series from Algovera. I'm Keaton, I'm the operations lead and full stack dev here at Algovera, and today we're going to talk a little bit about the DAOHaus DAO framework, which we are using to fund our grants program by sending funds to squads and spinning up DAOs for each squad. So we're going to break this tutorial up into several sections, and first we're going to start with a general overview of DAOHaus, some of the core functionality, and then how to navigate within the platform. And we'll have separate tutorial videos that show how to do things like engage in governance, take value out of the DAO, and then also capture future growth value within the DAO. So we're starting here, which is called the hub of DAOHaus, and this is just the simple app.daohaus.club URL. It's the web app for the platform. And the purpose of this main overview here in the hub is to show you all the DAOs you're a member of. So this is useful for folks who might be members of multiple squads within Algovera, each of which would have its own DAO. So for the purpose of this example, we're going to run through a test DAO I have set up. Here you can see I'm a member of 6 DAOs. 5 of these are on Matic, which is the Polygon network, and then 1 is a test DAO on Rinkeby, which I'd spun up for testing. So for today's walkthrough, we're going to go ahead and use this walkthrough DAO. Again, this interface right here is just how you view and select all the DAOs you're a part of. So you could envision these right here being a list of all the squads you're a part of, each of which would have their own DAO. So once I click on a specific DAO, I'm brought now to the DAO's homepage. So again, this is a homepage specific to this DAO, whereas the previous page we were walking through was just the main overview of all the DAOHaus projects you're involved in. So a couple of really important key pieces about the DAOHaus interface to cover here in this overview is this concept of your profile, which we can see further down here. And this shows you your governance power within the DAO, and then also any assets you've accrued as a result of engaging in the DAO. So we'll cover those in just a minute here as we talk about how to engage in governance, but there's a couple other really important key pieces that you'll need to be familiar with as you begin engaging in DAOs on DAOHaus. So the first one is this proposals category. It's the top icon here. As the name suggests, this is where you can view all active proposals that are currently within the DAO, and it's also how you can submit a new proposal. So just like with many other DAO frameworks, the idea of proposals are really important within DAOHaus, as these proposals are the mechanism by which you would do any action within the DAO involving moving funds, involving signaling interest, involving kicking members out who may be malicious actors. These are all done by proposals. And the idea with housing these governance mechanisms within the proposal framework is that any significant action that is taken on behalf of the DAO has to be approved by the community. So these, as you can see here, are 2 pending proposals. As you can see, I've just labeled them test proposals that I have proposed here within the DAO. So if you're a member of a squad and you go to this proposal page, you'll see this walkthrough here of all these pending proposals. And this is basically saying, hey, these are things that we are looking to do with the DAO that need community approval. Other than that, and again, we'll do more walkthroughs about exactly how to engage in these and what this approve action means. For now, I just want to do a broad overview of how to navigate through the UI. So this is the proposals page, like I mentioned. This vaults page is where you can view the total assets held by the DAO, as well as individual treasuries. So in later tutorials, we'll go over this concept of treasuries and vaults and why we might need to use them for different actions. For now, again, this is just where you can see the tokens. The default token held by the DAO. For this test DAO, we used USDC, a stablecoin, to indicate the value held by the DAO. The members panel is very straightforward. It shows all the active members involved in the DAO, as well as their shares and loot. We'll go over what the difference is between these two and how you can use them to capture value here in a subsequent video. The settings page can show you more information about what it takes to propose a sponsored proposal, what it takes to actually process that, and then the time frame that goes by as those proposals are submitted for vote. So again, we'll talk about those in just a moment. Boosts, these are additional pieces of functionality. You can think of them as apps that can be added onto the DAO, which do additional things beyond what's available out of the box. This likely won't be a super heavily used feature of DAOHaus beyond what we will have for each DAO, which is a safe minion. This basically allows each member of the squad to spin up a shared Gnosis safe in the back end, which we found to be probably the most convenient way to transfer funds. So we'll talk about that here in an upcoming video. These allies feature, this is again not going to be heavily used in the squads, but you can use this allies feature if you'd like. Again, I would recommend reading more into that, but that's not an essential piece of functionality that we're using for our use case. Again, and then finally this profile icon here at the bottom is again where you can see the activities you've engaged in, which are proposals, as well as you can see the amount of funds you have within the DAO. So that's a really basic overview of the DAO, how to actually enter the app, how to view which DAOs you're a part of, and then how to view the basics of the DAO. In upcoming videos, we're going to talk about things like how to actually engage in governance, how to withdraw funds you own within the DAO, and then also how to capture some future value as well. So that's it for now. If you have any other questions, pop in our Discord, check out subsequent videos, and otherwise be in contact with us. And stay tuned for upcoming tutorials from Algovera.